Well, all 6 of them lost their life because ain't no coming back from this.
It's a dub.
Yeah, they you know, and unfortunately, like I was telling you earlier, if all 6 of those are men, it's going to be 6 black men out of 6 families.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just a real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Which brings me to a different point. That brings me to the point of if Black lives matter, they need to matter. All the time. People don't like hearing that, but I'm going to say it. I know your boy says that, but I say it too before I even ever heard that guy. Because look at what it's done. We have to always value life, period. We should always value life, period. Doesn't matter whose life it is. But to get a group of Black officers that were sworn to protect and serve the community to do what brothers on the street are doing every day to each other. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, that's so disappointing.
So I got to ask you, do you feel, and you can speak to yourself or other officers you see, that it was pent up aggression, and do police officers have pent up aggression that
didn't look like pent up aggression to me. That looked like ego.
So, you said a word and you made a post to your Facebook, and we'll send everybody to your Facebook as well.
Right.
You said you noticed, you see evil.
Yeah.
And for what you saw, that was evil.
That was evil.
I will say this. I don't know if their intentions were to kill that man, but he died based on their actions.
Right.
All 5 officers, and we talked about this when we first started, was none of them stopped the other.
They were not their brother's keeper?
They were not their brother's keeper.
Even the guy that didn't comply to the Black officers, he was not his brother's keepers. He could have said, I'm going to go ahead and comply. These are 5, or is it 6? I can't remember.
It was 5. At least 5.
It was at least 5 black officers. Let me just go ahead and comply, because this could be worse, but it got worse. You know what I mean? Let me just go ahead and comply. Let me put my hands behind my back and everything, and then we'll handle it later. If I need to sue the department or complain about these guys, I'll do it. But let me go ahead and comply.
That's a rational man thinking.
Right.
He could have mental illness or some type of mental illness to where that's not what I'm doing. I feel like I'm being attacked.
Right.
And I will not.
And I'm scared. At some point, I gotta admit, if I'm getting beat and I don't see a way out, and I see a opening to run, I mean,
I'm running for my life.
A lot of officers might not like me saying this right now, but man, I mean, he was getting his hat handed to him. I mean, like I could understand why he ran. I mean, but I feel he should have complied first, but you're 100% correct. I don't know what his mind state is. I don't know if he was high on something. I don't know if he's suffering from some sort of mental illness. I don't know if he's in crisis. Like I said, I got a son that I deal with that gets into crisis often.
Right.
And if he's not on his medication, he's difficult, very difficult to deal with.
Right.
You know, and he wasn't always like that, but he went off to college. I'm trying to protect him from the hood. He got with the CEOs of companies who could afford all the drugs, and I wasn't thinking about that. Did some sort of drug, sent him straight into psychosis. It's my son. You know, so this, like I said, evil, it don't care. Evil's just gonna get in where it fits in, and then it's gonna do its thing. And that's exactly what I feel like evil did with this whole situation in Memphis. I feel like evil just said, my time to shine, and it jumped in and did its thing.
Yeah. I think I interrupting the whole broadcast. Do operators ever worry about, like, when you see these brutal images of these people getting beat, at some point they might start getting on the defense and be ready. You know, they might act out of character, and maybe now they're shooting at the cops.
I've been saying it for years.
Yeah.
I'm like, how long you think people gonna put up with being oppressed and abused? They're gonna start fighting back at some point. Yeah, we worry about it. And now I know how my people think.
Right.
So for it to be black officers to do what they did, I'm like, man, y'all didn't open up some.
They opened up, they opened up a little work, because I feel like as a black man, we feel like, all right, it's a black officer. He gonna feel me somewhat.
But it goes back to statistics. crimes are normally crimes of comfort. And that's another thing that people don't understand. Like, white people normally kill white people.
Right.
Asians kill Asians. Gays kill gays. Black people kill black people.
Yes. Crimes
Crimes are normally crimes of comfort. They're not like, oh, I ain't gonna mess with this person because they black. I'm gonna go mess with white people. It don't work that way. Our psyche does not work that way. And we don't take the time out to really study these things. We just react off what we're told, and then we go with it, and then we act tribal.
Right.
And that's a big problem in our society. We need to quit that. We jump on the Democrat side because we feel like it's what our parents been our whole life, and we end up not even supporting our own agenda.
Right.
I'm not going into politics. I'm just saying, I'm just saying what we do.
That's what we do.
Sometimes everybody's telling us this person's a racist, but what's making them a racist?
Right.
I mean, really, like you just jumping on the bandwagon with something. We got to stop doing that. We got to start looking at facts.
Yeah, no, it's normally environmental or, like you said, handed down from family. So I have to ask, what do you feel, you being a black police officer, and there probably now is a distrust in the community for police officers. We're seeing the celebrities now come out and reposting this video and, condoning, of course, police officers once again. And it's not, of course, Caucasian police officers. Now they're saying, just blacks. Yeah. So what do you say to those that, what's about to happen? You know what they're about to say about policing again. Yeah, but they kind of put everybody in a bunch. Like, this is normal.
The bottom line is we're always going to have bad apples in every bunch. Doesn't matter what area of professionalism we're talking about. Whatever, pick one. It's going to be bad apples in that bunch. But one thing that we don't want is for our communities to become lawless. Because people that have a predator mindset, they want police departments to fail. And we don't want that. Right. Yeah, we really don't want that. I mean, so I hope that the communities, all communities can understand that it was some bad apples that got exposed. And unfortunately, someone lost their life behind it. Well, all 6 of them lost their life because ain't no coming back from this.
It's a dub.
Yeah, they and unfortunately, like I was telling you earlier, if all 6 of those are men, it's going to be 6 black men out of 6 families.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it.